All right. Let's hop into game one. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner, it is our red Terran player, Byun. His opponent in the upper left, in the blue for Team Exxon, Special. Of course, these guys, you know, they know each other, both in Korea. Just talking about how Special's been spending a lot of time in Korea. Lived there for years at this point. So he and Byun probably practice together, play together. That being said, Byun has looked so good in this matchup lately. Obviously, Asus ROG taking out Maru in the finals. What a badass. Recently won over Clem 3-2. Really impressive results for Byun. Special's got a tough task taking him out, but Special has always been historically very good in TVT. So we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out. I have high hopes for Special, always. My hopes for Special have always been high. Air Orange, thank you for the 100 biddy boos. I appreciate that. Byun going for the SCV scout. Gonna check out what Special's doing. Both players going for factory before CC. So there's not too much to see. In fact, Byun pops up, sees that factory, and then just leaves. Yeah, very mirrored matchup right now. Super mirrored builds. I know Byun's wrist has been the talk of the town lately. Obviously been a problem for him, been kind of a struggle for him. He's been playing in a ton of events, and I think a lot of the events offer ESL points. Ooh, it's a good start for Special. Actually takes a good start to that fight, but there's a second Reaper popping out. Special knows his timings, and he decides to leave before that guy pops out. What I have been noticing is I feel like Byun, more so than most other players, but and probably because of his wrist, but also I think just the kind of player he is. When everything's on the line, when it's a big event, when it's an important match, I feel like Byun puts more into it. Like really plays significantly better, puts more energy, puts more effort into it. And of course, part of that could be his wrist, right? You don't want to super overstrain your wrist. So maybe in a match like this, he's going to go at 65, 75%. So his wrist is a little better. But then, you know, Asus RG finals, he's 100%. Let's push it. GSL, same thing. It could also be the kind of player he is. Byun has always been like an emotional player. And so if everything's on the line and you're tense and you're nervous and your adrenaline is pumping, things can get a little bit hectic a little bit quickly. Special's coming in right now for the 2 Hellion, 3 Reaper build. He's trying to bop this Cyclone. He gets the Cyclone. But it looks like Byun's going to end up taking the overall fight here. Let's take a look at the trades. Slightly better for Byun. Losing the Cyclone's a little rough, but he's making more Cyclones, actually. 3rd Cyclone on the way for Byun right now. Special's making his own Cyclone. He's got a 3rd CZ coming up in his main. Raven's coming out. I'm just surprised we're not seeing any tanks yet. No Raven for Byun either. Byun wants to get a little aggressive, I think. Maybe a double Cyclone drop? I don't really know what else this medevac would be for. Oh, I guess he could do a Marine drop. There you go. Picks up the Marines, gonna fly those guys over with the Cyclones and the Reaper. Try to put some pressure on his Special. Special does not have much back at home. He's got a Raven heading across the map, but I think that Raven needed to be here, dropping auto turrets back at home, because right now I'm very worried about what Special has, because it's not much. Well, this tank leaving where it needs to be as Byun starts dropping. Special pulling everything back at the same time. His auto turret got 1 kill. He's losing a few SCVs right now. Oh, auto turret here to shove this away at the same time. Special's natural base is under assault by Byun. Now to lock onto the Reaper, not really what you want. Trading Cyclones for Cyclones. Byun gets out of there, but he's pulling the medevac back in. Actually, there's not many Marines here, is there? 2 Marines in this medevac. Oh my god, Byun gonna fancy micro his way to 2 more SCV kills. 15 workers going down right now, and Special is behind 12 SCVs. Sure, he got 4 kills on the other side of the map, but was it worth it? I don't know. Let's look at the trades. Actually, okay, so that's worse for Byun, but I think it's okay. You make up that difference. That's 400 minerals. Right now, the difference in income is more than that per minute. So 1 minute, and Special or Byun will make up for that deficit. His 3rd CC is on the way. Big thing for Special is actually that his orbital's about to finish. So he should have triple SCV production a little sooner. He can have triple mules a little sooner. His 3rd base might not be down too much quicker, but still worth noting. At the same time, Byun's Raven trying to fly over here spots this army moving out. Can Byun actually defend this? 3 siege tanks and 2 Ravens. Not a ton to buffer. Oh my god, the 3rd Raven pops. I didn't even realize this guy was still alive. And all of a sudden, Byun's 3rd CC. This might actually go down. It's taking a lot of damage. The SCV falls, and Byun has to cancel it. That is massive. Auto turret in the meantime in the main base, doing some damage to Special's economy once again. But losing that 3rd base is terrible for Byun. Special just backs up. He's like, I got enough damage. I'm happy with that. He backs up. Losing 8 SCVs at home is really rough. Again, Byun with the hefty lead in terms of workers. But that 3rd CC is so far away. Special is continuing to produce 3 SCVs at a time. 23 workers have gone down already for Special. He's got an engineering base started. No stim on the way because he's going mech. Stim is up for Byun. Does Byun know about this? I don't think he's spotted it just yet. Special in the meantime doesn't really know what's going on in the main base of Byun, but it's pretty usual to expect it's just going to be Marine tank. Mech and TVT is not something we see a whole lot of. It's interesting to see Special bring it out here. I think Bio, like a Marine tank, offers a lot more in terms of mobility, in terms of how you can move around the map. Oh my god, this Raven looking for some damage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Vikings. Oh no. Special. Gonna drop a couple auto turrets to try to save himself. Oh, he kills a Raven. Oh my god, and this Raven lives with 8 hit points? Are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? Special in the meantime lands his 3rd. He's still down in workers, and Byun's 3rd lands as well. So somehow, well, the income's been kind of back and forth, but definitely favoring Byun. Resources lost, now heavily favoring Special. That's a big deal, actually. That's a lot of resources different. Scans, sees a lot of tanks and a couple of Hellions. He's got to know it's mech now. He absolutely has to know it's mech. Byun thinking about dropping in behind the natural, but the tanks are all very close to where they'd be helpful. Double armory being made for Special. And it looks like he's finally caught up in workers. Byun seems to have stopped. He's stopping at around 66 SCVs here. Special gonna be doing the same. Or 65, wow. No, 866? Nope, neither of them stopped. Never mind, all right, well, there you go. Special trying to run away with this Cyclone. It lives at 5 hit points. Wow, incredible. And Byun continuing to push across the map. Ooh, sensor tower. Special says, I see you.
Our SCVs
Auto turrets ravaging this natural base. At the same time, a big drop here for Byun. The tank gets shut down, though. Oh my god, these tanks having such a tough time going through this Sim City. Byun somehow getting almost as many workers as those auto turrets got on the other side of the map. At the same time, Byun looking to push this way. but Special not really letting him. Look at these SCVs with a full surround. One of them even goes down. Now, the worker count ends up fairly similar. Really not that big of a deal. Again, this matchup's all about positioning. If you can get a good position on your opponent and clear their tank line, that's going to be way more important than some probe damage here. My goodness, I keep saying probes. Some SCV damage here or there. Special build in the 4th CC. Byun already has one. I mean, it's already mining. Once you recognize its mech, it's kind of important to out-expand your opponent. Oh, Byun gets caught completely on siege, but Special's not sieging. He's just going to try to shut down some of this, pulls back, and then sieges out of range of these tanks. I think all the Ravens have gone down for both sides. Yeah, nobody has any Ravens anymore. Special's on tank Viking. Pretty much pure tank Viking. And it does mean he can get into Liberators. Byun, though, again, using that mobility to his advantage, he's going to try to attack into the 3rd base with this small Bioforce. Special going for the Hellbat drops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, Special, you better be paying attention, because Byun's paying attention. Nope, never mind. No, he's not. Special's paying attention. Hellbats decide to drop. Summon to the main. Summon to the 3rd. Uh-oh. At the same time, Marines dropping into the main of Special. Oh my god, these Hellions. The Hellbats are so bad at killing SCVs, I gotta say. I am, like, it's just, I'm not a fan. But what is really good at killing SCVs are Marines, and 19 workers go down on Special side of the map. 13 have gone down here for Byun, and Special's still at it with these Hellbats. They have Blue Flame now. They're just gonna fight some of the Marines. Oh, but a big drop into the natural of Special. He's not really reacting to that. Still more units gonna drop. Vikings taking care of the medevacs, but these tanks are really slow to reposition. I'd kind of love from Special like a Hellion Cyclone for us, like 3 or 4 Cyclones, 8 or 9 Hellions, just to try to defend some of these attacks, because this is a real problem. He's lost 34 SCVs, he's lost Vespian Geysers, he's lost turrets, he's lost supply depots, he's losing Hellions. I mean, Byun's just taking great trades here. Another Bioforce. I think it could stim in and get all the damage done over here if Byun wanted to. One thing here for Special is he hasn't restarted any upgrades, so he's on 1-1, and that is it for now. And while these Vikings can be really helpful, they're not so good against an army like this where nothing's in the air. And it would absolutely demolish the Vikings if they tried to land. The Bioforce comes in. He can target on the CC. And he decides to just go for some workers and then trade with the army a little bit. Oh, Vikings getting stemmed underneath. Medevacs go down, so there's no healing on these units. All the Hellions getting taken out at the same time. Byun gonna hit on the bottom side. There's a million tanks up here, so it's a little bit tough. But he can at least stop this SCV from building the CC. And this is not a planetary. Byun gonna lift and drop into the natural at the same time. There's a couple tanks here, but they won't last too long against this Stim Bio. And Byun is just all over the place, crushing in on everything. He's gonna target down the CC. It dies. Most of the Bio up here does as well. It's still a big issue. Special finally gets the Liberator out. Gonna start utilizing that. Oh my god, but he loses his natural CC as well, and Special is down to just 2 command centers. This is a big issue as Byun takes a 5th base. He's already mining from it. A worker count heavily in his favor. And Special trying to play that mech, but not able to defend against the multi-pronged harass and attacks of Byun. Special decides, fuck it, I'm moving to the other side of the map. But again, this is not a planetary. He's going to lift the CC. That means the CC is not mining. He might just float it to the natural to make sure he has some amount of mining. And now Byun's here. He's got Thors, he's got Marauders. One thing he doesn't really have are medevacs. There's 2 medevacs here. They need to go join up with his army and heal some of these very low bio units up. Now the Marines get on top of that Liberator, and Byun still holding this position. He's setting up a 6th base. He's confident he can hold down here at least enough to make his time worthwhile. He's up 2 upgrades on these mech units. Not a lot of siege tanks, though. Special's going to stim in. He's going to try to trade with the Hellbats out front. He's splitting. He's spreading. Again, no medevacs. Thor's knocking down a lot of these Vikings out of the skies, though. These siege tanks are still difficult for Byun to engage into. He's just holding this position down here. Special keeps pushing into the 4th base, but Byun's just expanding all over the place. He can afford to lose this base. Special, he can't afford to not mine. He just needs to land this up here and retake his natural. Oh my god, he's floating the command center to give him vision. Special slowly working his way in, but he is down so much army supply. He's got 1,000,000 tanks, but we've got Liberators now coming out for Byun because he took out almost all of the Vikings. The Viking count for Special is 2. One of them's way over here at this 3rd base that just got reestablished, it feels like, and it's going down again. Special just doesn't have enough to defend, and GG gets called. Byun takes game number 1. Looking real strong there in that bio versus mech. Kind of a walkthrough of how to handle it, you know? Going to map number 2. Gonna be on Death Aura. I was in the player spot against Byun, and Byun was like, "Go." I was like, "No, switch." Byun says, "No, I want you." No, Byun, no, please, Byun, please don't do it. I'll die. It won't be pretty. That diamond border around your name that you have for some reason. I have a real one of those. Although I haven't ranked on Korea in 1,000,000 years, I'm probably gold 3 in Korea right now. Oof. All right, let's hop into game number 2. Fortunately, I am not the one playing against this man. In the lower right-hand corner of Death Aura is our red Terran player, Teamless, as God truly intended it. It is Byun. No, his opponent will be the one, the only Special. Or Major. Or Princess. Or Brittany. Or Windy. Terran. Kitty. Memory Cute Angel. I love Altaria. Light. Nara. Shofu. Based Lord. Yeah. The one and only. The man of many names. Oh, Byun going for cheeky proxy barracks. One barracks proxy, the other one back at home. Is Special gonna scout this? Oh my god, he scouts it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I think Byun just cancels this, right? Hi. Hey. I mean, I feel like you just cancel that guy. I guess maybe make Special keep his SCV there for a little bit, but yeah. Because Byun back at home, I mean, he can just Reaper expand here. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what Special's planning on doing. Reaper expand. SCV comes over and is like, haha, I got you. Oh. 5 hit points. That SCV's going home. Send it home. Can Special intercept? Can he intercept? Ooh, or is he going for his own proxy? He's going to drop a factory here. Yeah? Special's waiting for enough gas. No, maybe not. Okay, alright. Decides to drop the factory back at home. Oh, he was waiting. He's patrolling to wait for this Reaper. He wanted to hit on this side of the map. But Byun's come across the map. He's going to take out that SCV. Special's got a second Reaper coming out, though. Both players losing their SCV building the command center. Pops his own Reaper. Oh, this Reaper somehow stays alive. I don't think this SCV is going to get to finish his bunker. Special's trying. The Reaper's trying to heal up. Doesn't have a lot of hit points. Not enough to fight this. Down it goes. Gets canceled. Special's going to hit with 2 Reapers, though. But there's 2 Marines here, and there's a Reaper nearby. Oh, he can delay the CC a little bit longer. Special loses a Reaper. Byun doesn't lose anything because, well, he's Byun. That's just what it is. Special's got a factory back at home. Starport, his CC finishes up. Byun's finishes up. All things as they should be. Got a medevac coming out of this starport, so Byun might be putting on some pressure once again. See what Special decides to go for as his starport finishes a little bit later. Oh, but a 3rd CC already for Special. Hellion against Marines. Gets that mule. Gets into the main base. Might have spotted this tech lab, but I don't think it really makes too much of a difference. Here's Byun's little move out. 1 Cyclone, 4 Marines in this medevac. Second medevac on the way out for Byun as well. So he's just going to keep being aggressive. That is a very Byun way to play, isn't it? Put the onus on your opponent to defend. It's a fun word. I've said it like twice today. Put the onus on your opponent. It's very close to another fun word. Oh, Byun's coming in. Got a fair amount of micro with this Cyclone and the medevac. Oh my god, the immediate pickup when the lock-on happens from Special. Oh, that's something else. That was something else. Byun wants to move across the map with another group of the same unit. This time, though, it's 2 Marines, Cyclone, and 2 Marines. But he's decided to boost only this far, and then that's it. So, not actually going to move across just yet. Oh, he's waiting for the tank. He's waiting for the tank. There you go. Picks it up. Gets out of there. Oh, 3rd CC going to go down for Byun? No. Looks like he canceled that order. Belay that order. Ooh. Draws that Cyclone into the tank fire. Nicely done, Special. Special's 3rd CC is done. He's got triple SCV production as an important factor as SCVs start dying here. Also something that these units can't cancel is that building 3rd CC. Well, nice lock-on the medevac here. It's not going to get the kill, though. Byun drops everything out of there. And Special's got to pull away. His own main is being used against him. Oh, he takes out a major tank shot there. Shuts down the single tank. Special moving in. Oh, I need to kill this tank. All right, this one does it. I think there's enough here for Special to defend. He's got some Vikings out as well, so no retreat. Oh, man, but a Liberator here and 3 Marines on the back lines. Special losing 6 SCVs, but also just, I don't know, trading feels like not too great, but I guess the trades have almost been identical. Oh, my God. Yeah, that feel when they send the workers back in just slightly too soon, and that Liberator gets an extra kill. Byun just now starting his 3rd CC, and that's a big issue for Byun. I mean, he's up ahead 20 workers, so I guess it's not that big of an issue for Byun. These guys who's getting retaken here. Yeah, never mind. Special's in a really bad spot. 3rd CC or no. This is very, very rough. scan goes down. 1-1 on the way here for Byun. Double eBay just now finishing up for Special, so his 1-1 is going to be a good bit behind Byun's, and Byun is moving out again. He wants to keep that pressure on. He's up quite a bit of army supply. And actually, this 1-1 might be in trouble if we see Tank Siege up down on the bottom of this ramp. Oh, Byun's going to hit the point. He's going to hit the good spot. And these eBays are in a lot of trouble. The Vikings out of position. Raven out of position. Oh, no. Oh, no. Raven shuts down one of the tanks before it dies. Vikings land to kill those Marines. 3 more SCVs fall. Special still down 20 workers right now. Byun's third base is up and running. Looks like finally these tanks will fall. Gets one more Viking before they go down. Wants that second one, but doesn't quite get it. And Byun, he's not stopping, man. He's got 2 more medevacs full of units heading towards the main of Special. And this is a rough spot for Special B. And these Vikings are here, though. Gonna force him to drop those units out early, but still a bunch of them go down. Oh, man, even prematurely having to drop his units in a weird spot, Byun still finds a great siege position where he can hit the worker line, he can hit the command center, and Special's tanks can't hit him. Byun dropping in the back of the natural at the same time. Oh my god, he's gonna get this command center. No. Oh, Special. Oh my god, it's so low, but it looks like Special will clear this. But he is down 30 army supply. He's down, what, 12 workers, and Byun still has a good position. This +1 armor is so close to finishing, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. All right, it does finish. No, wait, was it denied? No, I think it finished. I'm not sure. I guess we can check. Nope, Special does not have +1 armor. It was denied. In the meantime, Byun's taking a 4th base. He's still getting damaged. Man, this is so much action. Byun is non-stop with this pressure, constantly dropping, constantly pushing with tanks, rallying across the map. Doesn't matter what he loses, he just replaces it and keeps going. He's got a whole bunch of Marines. Special scans the 3rd base. He's looking for the army. He's not quite finding it. This drop comes back in to get more damage done. Byun gonna run a few units forward as well. They're just gonna die, but oh my god. The 2 Marines drop out. They're just gonna keep getting damage. Finally, that medevac falls. Oh my god, Special's trying to drop. Okay, he was paying attention. He's paying attention. He backs up. He's got boost. Oh, one of those medevacs gets so incredibly low. And Byun is just going to go for the counterattack. He thinks he's got enough back at home to defend. Look at how many Marines are here. I think he's right. He gets 2 medevacs just like that in Special. He's down 40 army supply. He's losing his entire 3rd base. He doesn't have enough Marines to fight this. Even just Marine to Marine, and GG gets called. Byun wins game number 2. Man, he is so good at this matchup. God, Byun. That is actually insane how much damage he was getting done constantly. And Special just unable to keep up with the multi-prong. All right, we're going to Light Shade for game number 3. This is match point for Byun. Special. He's got to pull it back now if he's going to do it. But it's looking real tough. It's looking really tough. Byun indeed, 47ness. Byun indeed. Well, let's see if he can finish it out. Take it. 3-0 spawning in the upper left-hand corner. It's Byun. He don't need an introduction, but I give him one anyways. His opponent in the lower right for Team Exxon. It is special. Yeah, this has certainly been really, really tough. The way Byun plays is so difficult to handle. I'd love to see Byun, or not Byun, I'd love to see Special go for some sort of timing, something a little bit weird, a little bit off meta. I know he has those builds, but I don't know if he's trying not to use them in some of these smaller tournaments, trying to play a bit more standard, or if maybe he's just not feeling comfortable with that in TVT right now. Byun, I don't think Byun has to do anything different. All Byun has to do is play the game that he's been playing. That's it. He ain't got to do nothing. It's like Byun knows we're all watching, so he puts on a show with each unit. That's what it feels like 47 is. I mean, it really is something special watching him play. I'll be honest. Back in the days, you know, I followed StarCraft for years. I followed StarCraft, but I didn't get super into it until around 2017. I feel like I got like really back into StarCraft, and I would watch like every event, and I was playing and I was streaming. So I kind of missed the Byun hype train. Like, obviously I watched BlizzCon when he won. I watched the GSLs when he won. I watched it all. But I don't know, I wasn't quite as hype about him as I think some other people were and are. But as he's come back now from military, I gotta say, I have been so impressed with his play. It's just been an absolute joy to get to cast his games. And even if I'm not casting, just watching his games, they've been so much fun. And it's a testament to the caliber of player he is, that after coming back from military, he's still able to put on this fantastic show for us when a lot of other players struggled post their military service. I think the big difference is Byun went to military at his strongest, at his peak, right? Most of the other players, I think, that have done military service, they went a few years after their peak, right? DRG, maybe somebody like Dream, or I don't know, there's a few other players that have gone. Fantasy, they had a peak, and then they were around, they played, but they weren't at that level anymore. They weren't one of the top players. Then they went to military, and then they've come back. And, you know, since then, DRG is better than he's been since probably when he was world champion. Dream is definitely better than he ever was before his military service. But Byun did something different, right? He went at his absolute highest peak. He was world champion. And then like a year later, he's still extremely good, one of the top Terrans in the world. He goes to do military service. Put the story on hold for a second as Byun is winning this fight. Uh-oh, guys. I wasn't expecting him to win this fight this hard. Oh, no. 2 more Marines pop out. Top of the ramp, that'll help. A few SCVs go down. A lot of lost mining time here for Special. This is a really rough start to this game. Oh, this Hellion wants this mule. Doesn't quite get it, though. In any case, it's been really fun watching Byun come back. I know there was an insane amount of hype around him. Personally, I thought, oh, it's cool. He's coming back. He'll be good. I didn't expect him to come back and be this strong and still feel like one of the best Terrans in the world. Like, I was really hesitant to put him back immediately into that group, but he has proved it by far that he is one of the best Terrans to ever play this game. And I mean, we see it just with little interactions like this. Just proving to us time and time again that he's here for a reason. And it's really fun to watch him. I think that's what makes the fact that he's having wrist issues so hard on all of us. Like, it's rough to see anybody going through that, but when it's the best player, you know, one of the best players in the world that does fancy micro tricks like this, it's like, he's not going to be able to do this forever. We saw it happen with MVP, and that was really tough then, and it is now as well. I'm hoping that, you know, maybe Byun can take it easy. 2021, he only plays every now and then, but when he does, it's really special, and he's still able to do these fancy moves. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm excited for him. Now, focusing on this game a little bit, Byun's in a great spot. He's taking a third base. Special once again has a much earlier third CC, but it just feels like Byun is able to keep him cornered, keep him in his base the entire game. Like, there's nothing Special can do right now. He just has to try to defend and take decent trades. And so far in these games, it just hasn't been able to happen. The trades have been going to Byun. Special has not been able to expand. He's been down in workers. And he's going to push Byun out of his base. But for how long? Special's got a couple of tanks sieging up. All right, so he'll knock Byun out of here. Byun, though, maintains a worker lead. He maintains, well, at least even in army supply. Oh my god, he kills the Raven with the double lock-on from the Cyclones. Stim finishes for Special, but it feels like he doesn't have enough Marines to actually clear the rest of this. Oh, looks like it's just going to be enough. Nice. Look at Special's like, so let's talk about micro tricks. Let's talk about micro tricks. Channeling his inner Byun as he lifts up that siege tank and kills the last tank and Cyclone of Byun. However, 6 SCVs went down during that, giving Byun a 16 worker lead. Byun is now down in army supply, though. Special's going to heal up the siege tank with some SCV repair. Special will take his third base not too much later than Byun. I think this is an okay spot for Special to be in. But yeah, I think he needs to go across the map. Most ASAPly, my dude. 1-1 started up for both players. I've got Stim here for Byun. Stim is already done for Special, as we saw earlier, and he's got combat shields on the way. Special's going to go for a big drop, but the sensor tower, man. Byun sees it immediately, and he's going to start moving his units into position. Special, is he going to drop on the low ground? He's just going to boost up to the high ground. One of the medevacs gets prohibited from dropping, but for how long? I mean, all the tanks drop out here. Oh my god, Byun sieging up on the backside. Special doesn't realize he's going to lose 2 tanks. Maybe one, maybe just 1 tank. Auto turret up here, and Byun, I think he's just going to clean this right up. Maybe not the best trade in the world here for Byun. Special does get cleaned up. He keeps his medevacs alive. He's going to try to boost out of there. Actually, might drop these 2 Marines on top of the siege tank. Nah, he's just got to leave. All right, at least group up with a few other units here. Stim's forward to get that tank, but Byun picks it up, gets it out of there. Sensor tower gets taken down. 2 Liberators for Special. Ooh, that can really change things up. Of course, behind this Special is still mining from that third base. Oh, I do not like that siege up. What is this siege up? That doesn't hit a single one of these tanks. All right, he's going to move this one forward a little bit. Forces the unsiege. Going to stim forward with the Marines. He'll get one of the tanks. Ooh, pulls back before he targets down the other one. Special still really putting the pressure onto Byun here. I think Byun's going to need to try to get a flank going with a handful of Marines or something. Liberator moves forward, sieges forward. Special's going to snipe yet another tank. And he's really putting the pressure onto Byun. Oh, Byun trying to pull the boys. I think it's a good idea. There's 2 tanks. The third one shows up for Special. I think finally we might see Special be able to take a game here, as he is just out-positioned Byun at his third base. There is the GG. And Special puts a point on the board. The beginning of that game looked just as rough as the other ones. But I think the final clear up there of Byun's army was good enough for Special for that push across the map to work. The drop in the main base was was brave, but it was the reinforcements hitting the third base, which was really, really key. And Byun was out of position for that. Looks like Nice took out Jim Rising, and then Zest was able to take out Nice 3-2. So pretty quick 3-2 there, considering we are on map 4 and they already finished map 5. Not too surprising. Nice. I mean, PvP in general is some quick games, but Nice also. We have the technology. We can build them stronger, faster, and longer. Ooh. What do you mean by longer? All right, we're getting into Pillars of Gold for map number 4 here. The winner faces off against Zest. And Byun is still on match point. Special definitely with a strong counter push that game. So we need to see more of that out of Special if he wants to win another one. I think a lot of that, though, comes down to the cleanup of Byun's first push. It just feels like Byun able to put so much pressure on. Definitely tough to clean up. Let's hop into Pillars of Gold and see what this map has to bring us. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner, it is our red Terran player, Byun. His opponent in the upper right, in the blue for Team Exxon, Special. If I had $1 million, I would start a StarCraft team with Byun, DRG, and like Lambo. Just all the really high-level teamless players right now. We just start a big old StarCraft team. Trap's teamless. Just get a couple sponsors. Easy peasy, dude. Name it something cool. We name it like Team Badass. We could go with one of those 3-word names. Like Dragon Phoenix Gaming or Brave Star Gaming. Actually, there you go. Badass Gaming. There you go. Although Team Bag. I don't know about Team Bag. You gotta worry about your acronyms. Acronyms are important. You don't want to be Team Bag. I don't know. We'll come up with a good team name. Chat, if you have any good team name suggestions for this theoretical situation where I have $1 million and I create a team that contains only the top level teamless players, let me know. If you can somehow make the acronym similar to the word cock, then we will be perfect. Perfect. Whether it's like COQ, COX, COC, COK. Maybe even like, I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. In any case, let's focus on this game a little bit. Keep things interested here. I mean, it was factory before CC for both players. It's a very even game so far. Although that being said, both the times we've seen factory before CC for both players, they've played it very differently. We see Byun going for 2 Reapers, into the Cyclone, into the Marines. Special is going for basically the same thing. Slightly later Cyclone, so that he can get that Hellion out first. But that's about the only difference at the moment. Also, this tech lab on the starport so that he can get the Ravens out sooner. Oh, actually, Banshee. Okay. So that's a big difference. Banshee is not something we see all that often in TVT because Ravens are so common. But, you know, being able to see the Banshee does not mean you can kill the Banshee. Banshees can still get some really good damage done, especially in conjunction with other early game units. A lot of times the Cyclone, maybe a Marine or two, is what you have shooting up. Now, Byun's got plenty of things that shoot up. But occasionally, the Banshee can be helpful in the main fight if you've got a lot of, like, Reapers, Hellions, and tanks. And, like, the one Cyclone, if you take out the Cyclone, suddenly the Banshee just reigns supreme. But I think Special's going to try to get some harassment done with it. Oh, no, a missed mule from Byun. Oh, no, dude. What's happened to him? Byun. What's happened to you, buddy? Oh, he finally gets it back to mining. There you go. There you go. Seems he's okay. Banshee gonna try to hit. At the same time, Byun's moving across the map. This Hellion's gonna spot this move out. Special's got plenty of defense right now, I think. Ooh, the drop in the main could be a little cheeky. Special sees it, though. No lock onto the medevac, so it gets away. Same time, Banshee on the other side of the map. Hasn't gotten a single kill yet, but it's working on it. There you go. Gets two. Cheeky 2 kills. Byun pulling everything back right now. Four SCVs killed, gets a Marine as well. Gonna try to get out of here, but it looks like the Cyclone's got something to say about that. Maybe. Oop! No, he just misses it. Wow. Special somehow gets out of there. And he's got the Raven coming in for auto turret harass. SCVs trying to repair each other. 2 SCVs go down there. Reaper jumps in to get a scout off. Will die for that information, but the Banshee's gonna come back in. Oh, baby. This is some really nice play from Special. Byun's having a tough time handling this. SCV's trying to repair each other. Double lock onto the Banshee. Down it goes. But Special is ahead in SCVs for the first time, I think, in this series. He's also got that very early third command center, much earlier than Byun's. Byun has got to move out. He needs to go get some damage done. Special needs to see this coming and make sure that Byun doesn't get a good position on him. He's got a Reaper and a Hellion mucking around out here. He will spot the army. Hellion should be able to get confirmation on the army. Yeah, Special needs to make sure he doesn't get out positioned. In fact, I don't even really like him holding his natural, but I guess it could be worse. Both players have 2 Ravens. I think there's a little bit more energy on Byun's than Special's, but I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference. Byun can definitely contain here to make this third really difficult to take. But Special is just going to keep producing SCVs. Still up quite a few workers. I think Special's got a solid defense. I don't think Byun's cracking this. The best he can hope to do is just delay this third base for a while. And I think he can do that for a bit. Special's going to move his tanks around a little bit. Special's got the Viking lead, so Byun can't stick around too long. Otherwise, these Vikings can start taking pot shots at the Ravens. A few Vikings show up for Byun. Ooh, Special maybe not in position. Oh, maybe he is in position. Actually, the double lock on there. And he should be able to clean these Marines up. Same time, his third base is actually going to head towards this third base. Not the normal one to be taken, but I think an acceptable one to take. Oh, Special trying to chase a little bit. He's got stim, so he's going to stim forward. Actually get on top of a couple of these tanks. One of them going to go down. Second one going to go down as well. He shuts down another tank, and Special is just going to keep pushing forward. I don't know if there's enough here for Byun. Oh, not a lot of buffer for these tanks from Special, but he lands the Vikings, drops another auto turret, and that is going to be enough. The only problem here for Special is he doesn't have any anti-air to deal with these Vikings. Yeah, I'm just going to try to get into position. Special scans the high ground. He sees Vikings that are landed. Looks like he's just going to back up and send this Liberator into the main base. Vikings will be able to deal with it fairly quickly, but... oh no, down goes the Raven. But they are very far away. And in the meantime, while they're heading back up into the main base to deal with that, Special might be able to get into position here. Both players on third bases, but Special with more workers, 70 to 62 right now. He's also got the tank count lead 7 to 2. Special is continuing to push into this base. Byun not with great coverage here of his own base. The stim forward from Special to clean up this tank. There's one more tank to fall back to. Byun pulling SCVs off, but he's losing 10 of them. And a handful of mules as well. This base is getting dislodged. And Special's in a fantastic position on this third CC. Byun, I think he's going to go land it over at the other third base location. But it's still going to be tough for him to hold on to this. Vikings going to come back now that they've dealt with that Liberator. But Byun is down workers. He's down army supply. Special's got 1-1 finished. Byun hasn't even started 1-1. And Special's starting to find his groove in this matchup. He's going to go for the drop in the main base now. And now that Byun's got all the pressure on him, that's not so easy, is it? That's just going to be GG. And Special comes back into the series. I'm over here talking Byun up, and Special's like, watch this, kid. Takes the 2 games back to back and will bring us to a game 5. Oh man. Well, that's awful exciting. I thought Byun was just gonna bop him. After game 2, the start of game 3 was going Byun's way. I was like, I think this might just be a bop. Like, Byun has been playing so well, and Special's really good, but I don't think it's good enough. And then Special was like, nah, fam. It's all right. We got this. We're pulling it back. Game 5 is going to be on Oxide. I'm excited. I'm excited. Special's been looking damn good these last 2 games. Here we go. Players are ready. We're going to hop in. The big sweats. The big sweats here. Well, either way, the winner of this plays Zest. I think we'll get a good series no matter who makes it through. But, yeah, Byun with such a good start to this series. It feels like Special found his groove. And I think a lot of it has to do with, like, I don't know, it's kind of a rhythm that Byun has. Anyways, let's hop into Oxide here and see what Game 5 can bring us. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner, it is, of course, Byun. His opponent in the lower left for Team Exxon, Special. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like some sort of early game rhythm that Byun is getting into, but it feels like Special figured out how to stop it, how to stop that momentum that Byun had in Game 1 and Game 2. Because Game 3 started off very similarly, but Special was like, I know, you're going to take a quick break right now and then come back with like a double prong. I'm going to just counterattack in the meantime. I have enough units, let's go. And I think that, I mean, it clearly worked out very, very well for him. And in this last game also, I mean, being able to push Byun off, take his third base, and then just go for the counterattack. Once that pressure's on Byun, Special is looking very, very good. It's actually really difficult to defend in TVT. Defending is often a lot harder than attacking. You don't usually want to be the one responding to your opponent's movements. where you're always going to be getting there a little bit late. Anytime you're late to a fight in TVT, it's really, really detrimental. In other matchups, that's not always the case. Being late to a fight doesn't matter in a lot of matchups as much as just the fight itself. But in TVT, early siege ups, early stims, early Raven usage, getting your Vikings into position, getting into position on buildings, it's all so important with tanks to be there first. We've got Factory before CC here for Byun. I think Special actually did a slightly different opening. I think it was just a Reaper expand, as his CC is a good bit ahead and his Factory is a little bit behind. So we'll see what he ends up going with. It looks like he might swap the Factory onto the... Oh, no, it's a Tech Lab. Well, he might still swap it onto the Tech Lab and go for a Cyclone. But no, it's going to be Hellion first. See if Byun puts some pressure on. It looks like he's going to go into the Cyclone and Marine Force, so probably going to wait for that Medevac to pop out. I mean, that's kind of been his MO. As I say that, he builds a tank. And now it'll be like a Liberator or something instead of the Medevac. He's just trying to prove me wrong. Nope, there's the Medevac. All right. He managed to prove my prove me wrong prediction wrong. Good job, Byun. We've got Banshee out of Special. I was going to say Banshees, but last game it was just the single Banshee, and it looks like this game going to be another single Banshee. All the single Banshees, all the single Banshees, all the single Banshees, all the single Banshees. Ooh, 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 ooh. If you like it, then you should have researched Cloak for it. If you like it, then you should have researched Cloak for it. You know it's a banger. 10 out of 10. The Banshee's like, oh, there's some stuff here. And then it dies. That's a nice snipe there for Byun. Special trying to get a little bit of damage on, but at least gets a scout on what's going on. SCV's getting pulled off the line to be a part of this fight. Byun going to be real fancy with the micro. Cyclone lock-on is easy enough to dodge, but the Cyclone actually has missile, like regular missile attacks as well. You know, a little bit harder to dodge. Oh, lock on onto the Medevac. Can't dodge that. Just gonna have to pull back. And Byun's still pushing. He's got a Cyclone, a tank, and a Reaper. Special's gonna have to drop down an auto turret. Oh my goodness. And this is a little rough for Special. Byun's in a really great spot. But as we've seen, if Special can clean this up and maybe go for a counterattack, he can be in a good position. This Medevac with 31 hit points is being so ballsy. The tank sieges up, but it's in a bad spot. It's going to go right down. Oh, no, and that's Special's last hope. GG. And Byun in a 5-minute game 5. 5 for 5 right there. Takes Special out with his very first attack. Just really great play out of Byun, of course. And you know, sometimes you get a little lucky with the build order. Special didn't quite have the right units to deal with it. His Banshee got caught out on the map. That's a rough start for the Banshee. But also nice micro from Byun not to take too much damage on his tank with that from that Banshee. And that means we have our grand finals all set up.